Hi, I'm Mike with Off-Road Solutions. This is a short video to describe and somewhat introduce the Off-Road Solutions Monster Wiring Harness. What I have here is an F-Toy that is partially built by a customer. We were fortunate enough to have him bring it to us during this stage so we could display our wiring a little better on this. Off-Road Solutions manufactures and sells a lot of different wiring harness products specifically for Toyota fuel-injected engines. When installing one of those into a vehicle like this that had no wiring to start with, which would include any kind of rock buggy, race vehicle, something fabricated like that where there's no wiring, some sort of body wiring must be provided. We normally, as Off-Road Solutions, would provide a wiring connection called standalone, which simply means that it splices into some sort of existing body wiring. So once again, this vehicle would need some sort of body wiring in addition to the Off-Road Solutions conversion wiring. That can be done a few ways. Sometimes people can purchase a universal, simple wire system that they place in there and then splice into our harness. Another way is someone would custom build a simple wiring system and once again splice into our harness. A third way is the Off-Road Solutions Monster Wire Harness, which is what we have here. So this is a wire harness that will directly plug into the Toyota-based Off-Road Solutions engine conversion harness for the engine, and in some cases a used donor engine harness can even be used with a direct plug into the Monster harness, which is now the vehicle's body wiring. This is done in a vehicle like this in one of two ways. One we call a mini Monster harness, and that's going to simply have the basic circuits needed to run the engine. So it will not have lighting and accessories and things like that, but it will have start and ignition switches. It will have a gauge circuit in place, charging system is in place, and what we call power distribution, which is just kind of a safe way to pull power from the fuse box and distribute it to circuits via a nice fuse box. This vehicle has the full Monster wire harness in addition to the mini Monster wire harness circuits, the basic circuits I mentioned. It also has many other things standard with it, such as lighting, and many optional things such as brake lights, turn signals, power outlets, radio power, fan control, things like that can all be added to the full Monster wire harness. This vehicle is another good use for the Off-Road Solutions Monster wire harness. This is a 40 Series Land Cruiser. An older vehicle like this, including an older first or second gen Toyota 4-wheel drive pickup or an older 4Runner, often has body wiring that's not in good condition, whereas normally that customer might buy what we call the standalone connection to something that wasn't fuel injected, and the Off-Road Solutions standalone harness would splice into the existing body wiring. In a lot of cases that body wiring is in bad shape, missing cut, and the Off-Road Solutions Monster wire harness can be used to replace that body wiring and also make a direct plug-in to the conversion engine wiring or donor used engine wire harness being used with the newer Toyota fuel injected engine. This vehicle has a 1GR FE V6 engine in it, and it does have a direct plug-in from that engine harness to all new body wiring that we built for this. This would also be an example of our application-specific Monster wire harness, where that Monster wire harness is actually built to fit like the OEM body wiring with OEM plug-ins and routing to make a nice, simple, clean install for the customer and put in all new wiring that will also have a nice plug-in to fuel injection. The Monster harness will feature one of two types of fuse box mounts. The one you see here is a flange plate that can be welded into a flat firewall and will allow the fuse box to bolt in for engine bay access.